Thank you so much. I am so pleased, so honored, so humbled to be part of your special order. In the short time that you've been in Congress, you have been a real leader on so many important issues, and I think none as important as the one that you're spearheading today. And I rise today to support you in your mission to give due recognition to the Women Air Force Service pilots, otherwise known as WASPs, not the other that you know about. These are the real ladies that got the job done. They are a remarkable group of women who served our country proudly. During World War II, as you've heard from the other speakers, our country turned to female pilots to deliver planes to our military air bases overseas, tow targets for live anti-aircraft artillery practice, and simulate strafing missions. They became the first women in U.S. history to fly for our proud military. Out of more than 25,000 women who applied for the program, only 1,704 were accepted. In non-combat roles, these courageous American women logged in more than 60 million miles between 1942 and 44. But it wasn't until 1977 that Congress passed legislation that gave these patriotic women their much-deserved veteran recognition. In 2002, Arlington National Cemetery decided to allow WASP, among others, listed as active duty designees, to receive benefits consistent with the status that they had so rightfully earned. However, the Department of the Army recently rescinded this decision and made these brave women aviators of World War II ineligible for burial at Arlington National Cemetery. As the author of the legislation, and the gentlelady and I have talked about this repeatedly, awarding the WASP the Congressional Gold Medal in the year 2009, I'm honored to stand with my friend and colleague, Congresswoman Martha McSally, a true patriot in her own right, to ensure that the WASP have the right to be having these services alongside the rest of our war heroes, the rest of the war heroes. These patriotic women selflessly help defend our country. They deserve full military honors. I'm humbled and proud to represent South Florida, and I'd like to inform the gentlelady that this has been home to some of these remarkable heroines, women, and I'm going to mention some of their names: Frances Rohr Sargent, Helen Wyatt Snap, Ruth Schaefer Fleischer, Shirley Cruz, Bee Haydu. Some are with us, some are no longer with us, some are not in great shape because they served in World War II. And it's happening throughout our nation where we see our finest passing away. And in this time of great challenges to women, those women that you have there before us, they pushed beyond the boundaries. They brought new opportunities for women to come. My daughter-in-law, Lindsay, she flew combat missions in Iraq and Afghanistan for the Marines, but she would not have been able to do so without the women who came before her. And just as you are a pioneer, to the gentlelady, I say thank you for your patriotic duty, but you stand also on their shoulders. These pioneers fought for the values of freedom and democracy. It is our duty to ensure that they are not denied the recognition for their service. We shouldn't be begging for this. With our valiant efforts of these American heroines, the United States and our allies were able to successfully defeat the Axis power during World War II. So I thank you, Congresswoman McSally, for introducing this important legislation that would make the Women Air Force Service pilots eligible once again for the services in Arlington National Cemetery with full military honors. And I agree with you that we don't need the legislation, that tonight the Secretary of the Army can do the right thing, as he had done before, sign the order making this happen. We will continue the battle in their names. Thank you so much to the gentlelady. Thank you for spearheading this effort. Thank you for taking this on. You're a valuable member of this institution.